How to appear hotter as a guy from a woman's perspective. Think you've got everything it takes to turn heads? You're probably missing the real secret. It's not about what you wear, how much you lift, or the cologne you splash on. Women aren't fooled by surface level stuff. The truth is, there are a few small changes in how you move, how you speak, and how you show up that will instantly make you more magnetic. Let's dive into what really makes a man stand out. Welcome to EMA, the place where high V value men come to get inspired to level up their style, own their love life, and take charge of their relationships. Number one, your posture stand tall, not slouched. There's a simple truth about posture that many men overlook. How you stand says more about you than you might think when you stand tall. You project confidence, strength, and a sense of purpose. You're not just standing, you're owning your space. It's a sign that you're comfortable in your own skin. On the flip side, when you slouch, it communicates something completely different. It's as if you're trying to shrink away, avoiding attention, not exactly the vibe you want to give off if you're aiming to appear more attractive. Here's the catch. We all slip into bad posture from time to time. A lot of men, especially as they get older or spend long hours at a desk, tend to fall into the habit of slouching. It's natural, right? But that slumped posture actually affects how others perceive you, especially in professional or social settings. You've probably noticed how some people walk into a room and immediately command attention without saying a word. Guess what they're standing, tall shoulders back and chest out. Now, I'm not saying you have to be an absolute statue or force yourself into some rigid military stance. What I'm talking about is standing with intention. You don't have to be perfect, but start by being mindful of your posture. Imagine yourself walking into a room, whether it's at a party or a business meeting. How does it feel to walk in with your head high and shoulders squared, not slouching, but feeling comfortable in your own skin? That's the secret confidence in your body language people will notice when you stand tall. You appear more in control and present. Women will find you more attractive, not because you've suddenly become a model, but because you're radiating confidence without trying too hard. And let's not forget about the health benefits of good posture. It improves your breathing, prevents back pain, and helps with energy levels. But there's a catch: good posture requires practice. It's not a magic fix. If you've been slouching for years, standing tall might feel awkward at first, but don't worry, it's like riding a bike. Start small, remind yourself to stand up straight whenever you catch yourself slouching. Pay attention to how it feels when you walk into a room with your chest open and your back straight. It's a subtle shift, but it can make a huge difference in how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself in the long run. Improving your posture not only makes you more attractive, but it also boosts your self-esteem. You walk taller, feel stronger, and naturally command more respect in any setting. Number two, the way you speak slowly and with purpose. Let's talk about how you speak. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. You can be wearing the sharpest suit or have the best body in the room, but if you speak too quickly, mumble, or sound unsure, all that confidence you're trying to project goes right out the window. Speaking slowly and with purpose makes a world of difference. It's a simple trick that instantly makes you sound more intelligent, confident, and yes, attractive. Here's where most men go wrong. They rush through their words, especially in high-pressure situations. Maybe it's a job interview or you're trying to impress someone new. The rush to fill the silence with words can make you come off as nervous or insecure. Ever noticed how some people just have a way of speaking that makes everything they say sound important? That's not an accident. They've mastered the art of pacing. They pause before speaking carefully. Choosing their words, that's what gives their words weight. Now, I'm not saying you need to slow down to a crawl, but it's important to develop a rhythm. Imagine yourself in a conversation. When you slow down and focus on speaking clearly, you project calmness and authority. You're not rushing to fill the space you're comfortable with. Silence, knowing your words will land when they need to. The beauty of speaking slowly and with purpose is that it's a game changer in all areas of life, not just in dating or making a great impression. It boosts your credibility in business meetings, makes your conversations more engaging, and allows you to communicate your ideas with clarity. But here's the catch. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice to break the habit of rushing. Start by consciously slowing down when speaking, especially in high stakes situations. The more you practice, the more natural it'll feel. And before you know it, you'll realize you don't have to shout to be heard. Speaking slowly and with purpose will make people stop and listen. And that's powerful. Number three, confidence in your flaws, not hiding them. Here's a secret. Nobody's perfect, and that's actually a good thing. You might think that to appear more attractive, you need to hide your flaws. Maybe a slight imperfection on your face, a few extra pounds, or even some past mistakes. But here's the reality. Women and everyone else for that matter are drawn to authenticity. It's not about erasing your flaws. It's about owning them with confidence. The mistake most men make is trying to hide what they consider flaws. You might think if you cover up a scar, change your posture to hide a stomach, or constantly talk about how perfect you are, people won't notice your insecurities. The problem is they do notice. And the more you try to cover them up, the more you send out an energy of insecurity. It's like wearing a mask. It might hide a little, but it makes you seem distant, not relatable. Now the real power comes from embracing your flaws when you're confident about them, when you can joke about a quirk or acknowledge that no one's perfect. It gives others permission to be real with themselves too. Imagine sitting at a table with friends or even on a date, and you make a casual comment about something you're not perfect at, but you own it without hesitation. It shows that you're comfortable with who you are. And that's magnetic confidence in your flaws, means accepting them, not hiding them. So don't overthink the minor imperfections, lean into them. Work on what you can improve, sure, but also take pride in the journey you've taken flaws. And all you'll find that with time, owning your imperfections makes you more human, more authentic, and far more attractive. Number four, subtlety in your movements. No rushing, no overdoing. Let's talk about how you move. It's not about grand gestures or exaggerated actions. It's about subtlety, how you move, how you gesture, even how you sit. These things matter more than you might think. You see when you move with intention. With a calm and measured pace, you exude control and confidence. You don't need to rush or overdo it. In fact, when you do, you risk coming across as nervous or trying too hard. The most attractive men I've observed are often the ones who move with purpose. They don't rush through conversations or fidget in their seats. Every gesture is intentional, and their movements reflect a sense of calm. Imagine walking into a room, and instead of rushing to speak or move, you take a moment, let the conversation flow, and add to it naturally. Your actions are deliberate, not frantic. Now let's break down what goes wrong. Many men think that moving quickly or with exaggerated actions shows confidence, but it often does the opposite. It can make you appear anxious or like you're in a hurry to prove something. Instead, slow down when you're walking. Don't rush when you're talking. Let your words sink in before you continue. The real charm comes when you let things unfold naturally. When you're not forcing anything, slow down. Be purposeful in your movements, and you'll see how much more respect you command. It's a shift in energy that will make you appear more confident, collected, and yes, undeniably more attractive. Number five, calmness in social situations. Don't need to dominate when you step into a social setting. How do you feel? The truth is most men feel the pressure to dominate conversations, to be the loudest or the funniest in the room. But here's the thing, being calm, relaxed, and not feeling the need to control everything actually makes you way more attractive. It shows that you're comfortable with who you are. And that confidence, it's magnetic. Think about it. We've all met someone who walks into a room and instantly commands respect, not because they're shouting or trying to take over, but because they're calm. They listen. They make others feel at ease. Women especially find that kind of ease in a man incredibly appealing. When you're not trying to prove something, when you just exist in the moment, it makes people want to be around you more. So what goes wrong? A lot of men think that if they don't dominate, they'll be ignored or overlooked. But the reality is when you force yourself into every conversation or talk over people, you don't just come off as confident, you come off as desperate. Dominating is not the same as leading. Being heard is not the same as overpowering. Instead of trying to dominate, focus on listening. Be fully present when someone speaks and respond with thoughtfulness. When you take the pressure off yourself to be the center of attention. You'll naturally attract more respect and, yes, more attention. Calmness shows strength. And that strength is what women find irresistible. Number six, authenticity in everything you say and do. Authenticity. It's one of the most underrated traits when it comes to attraction. Think about it. The most captivating people are not the ones who try to impress you with stories or by pretending to be something they're not. No, it's the ones who are unapologetically themselves that stand out. Authenticity isn't just about saying the right things. It's about being real in every word and every action. But here's where men go wrong. They think they need to act a certain way, dress a certain way, or even speak in a particular tone to impress others. And sure, that might work for a moment. But it's short-lived. When you're not being genuine, it's clear people pick up on it, even if they can't consciously pinpoint what's off. Women especially are really good at sensing inauthenticity when they sense you're not being true to yourself. It's a turnoff. The key to authenticity is simple. Stop pretending you don't need to act like someone. You're not to impress anyone when you own who you are. You let your natural qualities shine, and that's what draws people in. Whether it's your sense of humor, your quirks, or even your vulnerabilities, embrace them. Start by being honest both with yourself and others. Stop trying to be someone you think others want you to be. You'll attract the right people who appreciate the real you. The more you lean into your authenticity, the more comfortable you'll feel. And that comfort will radiate, making you not just more attractive, but more memorable. Number seven, self-respect in the way you treat others. Self-respect isn't just about how you see yourself. It's about how you carry yourself in relation to the world around you. When you respect yourself, others pick up on that energy. It's like an unspoken rule of attraction. People who respect themselves naturally command respect from others. And here's a little secret: when you treat others with kindness, respect, and consideration, that's when your true value shines through. Here's the catch. Too many men fall into the trap of thinking that being respectful means being overly agreeable or accommodating to everyone around them. But that's not self-respect, it's people-pleasing. People-pleasing is rooted in insecurity. It's the idea that if you do things for others constantly or put others' needs before your own, you'll be liked or valued. But in reality, it can lead to resentment, and that's never attractive. Now let's shift gears. Self-respect means knowing your worth and setting boundaries. It means not letting others take advantage of you or treat you poorly. But here's where it gets interesting. Self-respect also means treating others well. It's not about being perfect. It's about being kind and considerate, especially when it's not easy to do. So when you respect others, you create a sense of trust and admiration, which is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. So how do you incorporate this into your daily life? Start by setting boundaries. Stand up for what you believe in, but do it with respect for others. Treat everyone with the same level of dignity. No matter their status or position, show appreciation when it's due, and don't tolerate disrespect in any form. When you treat yourself with respect and extend that respect to others, you build stronger, more genuine connections, and that, my friend, is irresistible. Bonus point. Be comfortable in your own skin, and she'll notice. Here's the bonus point you've been waiting for. Confidence doesn't come from how you look or what you own. It comes from being comfortable in your own skin. When you're truly comfortable with who you are, it's like an invisible force field. You don't need to try to be anything else. You are enough just as you are. And that comfort, it's incredibly attractive. But let's be real, many men struggle with this. They're constantly measuring themselves against some ideal standard. Whether it's their body, career, or social life, this pursuit of perfection can be exhausting, and it often leads to a feeling of inadequacy. But here's the kicker. Women are not looking for perfection. They're looking for authenticity. They're drawn to men who are at ease with who they are, flaws, and all. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't work on improving yourself. Of course, self-improvement is key, but there's a difference between self-improvement and self-criticism. When you focus on the latter, you create self-doubt. When you focus on the former, you embrace your unique strengths while accepting your weaknesses. That's real confidence. So how do you embrace discomfort? Start by letting go of the need for constant validation. Trust in your worth and let that energy flow into every interaction. When you walk into a room, own it, not because you're trying to impress, but because you already know you're enough. Women will notice this effortless confidence, And so will everyone else when you're comfortable in your own skin. You don't just become attractive, you become unforgettable to wrap things up. Let's quickly revisit what we've covered. Number one, your posture stand tall. It exudes confidence and strength. Number two, speak slowly and with purpose. Slow down and make your words count. Number three, embrace your flaws. Confidence doesn't mean perfection. It means owning who you are. Number four, move with subtlety. Less is more. Don't rush or overdo it. Number five, stay calm in social settings. You don't need to dominate. Let your presence naturally command attention. Number six, be authentic in everything you say and do. When you're real, you connect deeply. Number seven, show self-respect and treat others well. Respect starts with you, and it makes you more attractive to others. If you made it this far, comment "got it" in the comment section now. As a special bonus, remember this: be comfortable in your own skin the moment you truly accept yourself, flaws, quirks, and all. You'll radiate an effortless confidence that people can't resist. If this video added value to your life, show your support by liking it. This helps our channel grow and allows more men to benefit from this content. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and share this video with someone who needs it. Thank you for sticking with us. We've also handpicked another video for you to watch next.